It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Tonight we've got an AFC matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens. Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. Here's Steven Sims on the return from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Starts the drive on the ground. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They run again with Harris. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. They run for it with Harris. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 12-yard line. Here's Jackson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Completes this one to Pickens. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now Pickett. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 41. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. After the interception, here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to push your receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Open man is Duvernay. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. And Jackson throwing once more. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Here's Sims now from his end zone. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
They're going for it. This is Harris. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Edwards now on 1st and 10. Down to about the 37.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Play action. Now Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. Levi Wallace with a pick. And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Pickett. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's intercepted. They got Pickett for the 3rd time in this game. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that makes our score 17-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
From the 45 on second down, Jackson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That's Cameron Hayward who got in there to take him down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They're going to look to throw. Pass on the crossing route is complete. This is Andrews. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Jackson to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. In need of only about the length of the football here on second down. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32.
Brought down back at the 32.
From the gun on third down, Jackson. This is caught by Robinson. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the third, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic Oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Pickett back to throw. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try to buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught. It's James Prochet. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action now. Jackson going up top. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Play action. It's Jackson. That's into the hands of Prochet. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Another run here with Dobbins. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw is Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They'll start the drive with Harris. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Yeah, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Pickett. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a last
cause. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. On 1st and 10, it's down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra.
All the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 35 yards. And the Ravens have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. Just silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They go play action with Jackson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He's got his man downfield. That's Bateman. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That's good for 28 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom?
He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they don't need to score here, that's for sure. They could just kneel it. They've got the huge lead late fourth quarter, but we'll see how they're feeling, Charles.
Yeah, we all know people out there who like to use every second of the clock, no matter what the score. And we know they don't need the points. They've scored in abundance already. Let's find out how they want to finish this ball game.
Looking deep downfield. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now to add the point after. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Sims now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Well, this was a blowout supported by both sides of the ball today, Charles. It would be easy to look at the offense and say, man, they were clicking, and they were, but don't forget about the effort by this defense as well.
Yeah, they weren't going to let up just because the lead was saved. They wanted to play as big a part in this game as their offense did in making this blowout. They needed to be noticed as well, and they played accordingly.